Today we're traveling back in time to the early 2000s. I want to share with you the story and my memories of AirXonix, a game that may not have been a global hit, but certainly captured the hearts of many players with its simplicity and charm. How does it hold up, almost 25 years after its release? Let's find out! I encourage you to subscribe and leave a thumbs up. It gives me great motivation to keep uploading new content. And now, let's get back to the video. My first encounter with AirXonix happened thanks to the CD Action magazine, which used to include game demos with its issues. I vividly remember launching the game for the first time. A simple, three-dimensional world, dynamic gameplay, and the pure satisfaction of completing each level. But what stands out even more in my memory is that AirXonix also connects me to my father. He wasn't much of a gamer, but AirXonix was an exception. Watching him focus intently and find joy in conquering the game's challenges still warms my heart to this day. Let's start from the beginning. AirXonix is a modern, three-dimensional remake of the classic arcade game Xonix, developed by the Russian studio Axisoft and released in 2001. Its predecessor, Xonix, debuted in 1984 as a simple arcade game where players controlled a small device, moving across a grid, cutting off sections of the field, while avoiding obstacles. The mechanics were inspired by the 1981 game Kicks, which tasked players with claiming portions of the screen by drawing lines, all while dodging enemies. AirXonix took this concept to the next level by adding 3D graphics, enhanced sound effects, and new gameplay elements like unique enemy types, and a variety of bonuses. These additions brought freshness to the formula and attracted a new wave of players. AirXonix is a three-dimensional remake of the classic Xonix, which significantly expands on the original concept and adds new elements. The main rules are simple and intuitive. You control a small vehicle hovering above the game board, and your goal is to fill it completely until the coverage meter reaches 100%. By cutting off sections of the field, you gradually increase the meter. Achieving this requires precision, planning, and quick reflexes, especially as obstacles start to appear. On the board, balls and mines move around, trying to interrupt your line before you can close the area you're cutting off. The game features two types of balls: regular ones, which are already challenging, and those that destroy your completed sections, forcing you to adapt your strategy. Achieving full coverage is harder than it seems, particularly in modes more challenging than classic, where hovering mines track your movements and spinning blades swiftly destroy your completed areas. Additionally, you're racing against time. By default, you have 60 seconds to complete a level, although you can extend the timer by collecting clock-shaped bonuses. This game also introduces random elements that add variety to the gameplay. Occasionally, bonuses appear on the map that can significantly ease or complicate your mission. You might come across speed boosts, enemy slowdowns, extra points, or even an extra life. However, beware. There are also negative bonuses, such as temporary screen dimming or slowing down your vehicle. This element of randomness nicely enriches the gameplay. AirXonix stands out for its unpretentiousness. It doesn't try to be more than it is. It's a light, simple game that still manages to provide challenges. The graphics, though outdated by today's standards, are clean and functional, perfectly complementing the fast-paced gameplay. Its straightforward mechanics make it easy to pick up, while progressing through the levels delivers a strong sense of accomplishment. That said, the game does have its limitations. The music is repetitive and can get tiresome after a while, and the number of modes, levels, and enemy types could have been more extensive. Nonetheless, AirXonix compensates for these shortcomings with its timeless playability. Even after all these years, AirXonix evokes warm memories for me. It's a game that takes me back to simpler times, when games were less complicated, but just as satisfying. AirXonix introduced me to a world where every session felt both relaxing and thrilling at the same time. Moreover, AirXonix had a significant influence on its successors, such as Xonix 3D and Xonix Casual Edition, which attempted to emulate its lightness and dynamism, but never quite captured the same magic. This game expanded the potential of its predecessor, while adding something entirely its own. This is a title worth knowing if you're interested in classic arcade games. It's a perfect example of a production that combines simplicity with challenge, and can keep you engaged for hours, or at least dozens of minutes. If you haven't had the chance to play it yet, it's definitely worth a try. Even today, it brings plenty of joy and satisfaction. And for those who remember this game from the past, it's the perfect opportunity to revisit old memories and once again feel the magic of those bygone days. And you? What memories do you have of AirXonix? Share them in the comments below. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Bye!